Hi there, it's Alison. I'm back again with another video today, and this follows my previous video going through my Disney album. I do apologize that it cut off so quickly at the end there. Again, my camera just kind of got all full. So rather than pick up where I had left off, I sort of felt like we had dealt with that album and it was time to move on. So moving on involves creating a layout. This is the sort of duplicate one that I have decided to pull apart and make a new layout. Since I have a layout depicting the girls meeting the three princesses, I can remove that part of this for this layout, and I can just talk about the waiting game, I guess you could say. So I've pulled out some supplies. I'm going to be using some stuff from these two pages. Plus, I have decided to try and use this one that's already mostly made. Now, I don't know if I'm going to use it in that orientation, that orientation, that orientation. I'll see how it goes as I start playing. And I went into my shoebox and I pulled out all the extra photos that I have from that time. And I also pulled out a little 4x6 photo sleeve. I thought maybe, because this is, I don't really want a whole layout just on her, but I thought maybe if I put her in a sleeve, I could have it, you know, flip up. It could be on the outside of the page protector. I can figure out where this is going to go, and I can maybe use the back for journaling, and that way I can have just photos on here. We'll see. I'm going to play. So other things I've pulled out. I went into my 6x6 paper pad from this Say Cheese collection, and I pulled out this paper. The other double spread has some blue in it, so I thought it might be nice to tie in that blue somewhere. And I pulled out the Say Cheese sticker sheet, 12x12, as well as this one. I had used these letters on the other double page to write the princess's names, so I could maybe use those to tie the two layouts together. And some other things. Now, I won't be using any of the bright flowers, but I think I've still got some of the white sparkly dots I could put on the layout, as well as these candy dots. I got the washi tape, some of my sparkly word stickers, and then this alphabet, which appears on both layouts. Here, I used it to actually make the title. On the other layout, it just had the initials of the princesses with this. So that's where I'm starting. I'm actually going to turn the camera off and see if I can come up with some sort of idea of how this is going to work before I walk you through the rest of it. Don't want to bore you too much. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm very nearly there, so I thought I would turn the video camera back on and finish it up for you. So what I have done is, from the extra photos, I added these two, and then I sort of cheated this. I guess I had trimmed that one off, which is not really something that I do anymore. I like to keep them at a 4x6, or, you know, maybe a square or whatever. Anyways, but so I cheated by adding a piece of the paper from the 6x6 paper pad, and then putting the journaling from the old layout. I just ripped it right off. I put it up on pop dots and put it over there, just to kind of disguise that I cut that photo a little bit. I mean, you can see that, but maybe people will think it's a piece of paper. Who knows? This one, it's only sticking because it's got adhesive on the back. That makes a lot of sense. I think it's going to go there. I've just very roughly put it there. And then I have the picture of the Japanese girl in here. And I sort of had the thought of adhering it up here and then having it obviously she's upside down, but having it flip up. You know, you have the story of it on top, and then be able to flip it up and you can see who that is. And then also see the interaction between my two youngest there. So I'm just working on the little card that's going to go inside. I went into my bag that had a lot of scraps, and I found this piece, which has lines on it. That's perfect for journaling. And then I cut another little piece of the 6x6, and I'm just going to attach it a little better there. And then this shield is actually, I just cut it right out of the photo from the previous layout. So I think I'll put that right there. And it also helps bring in the blue from the other layout. And I also had a scrap of, I think this was from the Winnie the Pooh layout. So I punched some hearts I can use as embellishments. And then I pulled some other embellishments off the other layouts. So the heart, some butterflies, and then my little Minnie ears, or Minnie Mouse bling, as well as the title. Gotta say, this is one reason why it's really good to actually have your photos developed, you know, at a proper developing place, because I was able to pull this right off the photo. It didn't rip up anything off the photo. I don't even have any glue residue, so I'm really pleased about that. Okay, so I think I'll get my journaling down on here, and then I can maybe put some washi tape, bring in the washi tape, and then have some fun. Okay, my journaling is done, so now it's time to think about photo placement. I do kind of like this here, tucked away. You're not going to see it until you flip up this other photo. So I'm just tucking it. I don't want to make it obvious that that one's cropped as well. I'm just going to tuck it there. And now it's time to think about the embellishment. So this is going to go on top of that. I want it high enough that I don't cover my sweet little girl. And we can scatter some of these guys around. I also need a title. And I took these butterflies off the other layout as well. They might be kind of fun. Might need some new adhesive on them. And some bright pink. Bring that down there. And then maybe I can use the, I don't think that's going to work there, but I can see what I have on here. I am a little devoid of letters, so I might have to get quite creative. So my brain is not cooperating with me to the extent of being able to figure out what letters I would have on this to spell a decent title. But I do have my daughter's initials, so that's a start. P, M, and C. I was thinking of saying in line, but I don't have an E. So I had a bit of an epiphany. I could rip off an E from the other page. And now I can spell my title. have to get up my glossy accents or something to stick down that E. And my L is probably going to go right off the page. Just need to find it. There it is. But I will just live with that. Okay, I'm going to grab my glossy accents for that. Okay, I think I am all finished now. I've added my embellishments. I added a few little word stickers from the Simple Stories from the sticker sheet. And I cut out, well, I added the princess here, and I put a little sort of subtitle on there, and I cut out one of the little cameras from that strip of 6x6 paper pad, and just, you know, made sure that my embellishments were consistent. So I've got the washi tape, I've got my little Mickey head, and that's why I brought that in, just to bring it all sort of together. So when it goes into the page protector, and I'll do that for you and show you, I have a little idea, hopefully it works. This is going to sit on top, and you'll still see some of that, and I'm okay with that. I don't think it looks funny or anything like that. But the reason I put these sort of items up there is because it's on the journaling card, and I want it to all be consistent throughout the whole layout. Okay, so let's get it into my album. This is where it's going to go, because this is the double page spread. So I have my little sticky note, and I just see right here, date. And then layout about waiting to see the princesses. So I actually forgot to put the date on that, which is something that, one of the things that I noticed throughout my album was that I was missing the date on several things. So let's just pull this out, and we can quickly add the date on there. There's the pen. Gonna tuck it in here. Uh, 2012. I was going to write 2015, but no, definitely not 2015. And we'll put that back in. One other thing I did, because this is sticking up and it was sticky, I actually rubbed it with my my little embossing powder tool just to remove the stick, so it's not sticky anymore. I'm not worried about it adhering to something and ripping things and all that kind of thing. Okay, so I can slide this one right in. I didn't test this beforehand, so I'm really hoping that my idea works. What I have done is I have folded that top flap back, and I used my bone folder to keep that crease, and then I've added double-sided tape. My plan is to tape it to the front of the page protector, not the layout. That way I could create the layout and not have to worry about leaving room to stick the tab down. Plus, it just adds a little bit of extra interest. And then also, people don't have to pull the layout out, or I don't have to cut a special pocket on the front or anything like that to make it work. Now I just want to make sure that it is lined up right. I think I'm crooked there. It might be easier if I take this out of the binder. One moment. I'm just going to do this upside down to get it perfectly aligned. I want it over my pictures and in line with the top of the page protector. I missed the picture there. Let's try that again. Third time's a charm. There we go. Now, if that's going to be a problem, what I can do is I can actually go in and stitch it. I'll see how it fares in my album, but if that is going to be a problem where people are flipping pages and that's ripping off, then I will go back and I'll stitch it, and that's not going to be, and that'll fix it. And I'll just be stitching it to the page protector, so I'm not worried about the layout underneath. So there we go. You flip the page, you read the journaling. There's our, I had to look that word up and I have no idea how to say it. Harajuku girl? I'm probably not saying that right, but, and then you can still see the rest of the layout underneath it. Okay, so that is one problem layout fixed. Many more to go and many more layouts to create, but thank you so much for joining me for this. I hope it has been helpful to you, and I will see you again soon. Thanks, bye-bye.